This is Wednesday, February 26, 2020. The debates, the Dem debates, the damn debates,
Those damn debates.
those damn debates. That was a doozy last night. The one that, I don't know, the one that CBS News hosted.
20 million people watched it.
That's a lot of people.
That is. It beat
And that was,
This Is Us.
it was a shit show. This is,
I saw a few minutes of it besides reading about it today. And I think the consensus, and since you watched it more than me, was that they kind of ganged up on Mr. Sanders from Vermont. The Vermont boy.
they pretty much have to.
Yeah.
'Cause it feels like he's taking the lead.
What are they going to do? They obviously don't want him as the nominee, the Democrats. What are they going to do? I know it's been beaten to death or hung to death, but I mean, is he going to get like murdered or something? Like Epstein?
Oh, man. There's no Clinton involved this time. At least
Not yet.
maybe behind closed doors she is.
Everyone seems to hate Bloomberg. Like, no one's excited that he's entered the race. Not even like Democrats or liberals.
He's like a very non-entertaining version of Trump.
I mean, he's a billionaire.
He has no personality. Like, he tried to tell jokes. And, like, he just talks.
What did he say? Like, knock, knock, who's there? And he's like, me, your president?
Kinda. Like, at the end, there was like, oh, what's a misconception about yourself? Or was it, yeah, that people think of you. And, like, a lot of them did kind of joke, except for Bernie Sanders. Bloomberg's like, misconception about me is people think I'm 6 foot tall.
Oh, that's hilarious. Because
It was so
he's
funny.
short.
And everybody laughed.
People fall in the chair.
I think everybody in the crowd, they were wearing paid for by Mike Bloomberg shirts. That's what they were wearing. So you could tell everything. Every
Was the crowd like cheering for him?
Yeah, it was like a fucking Maury Povich show. Or I'm trying to think of something that doesn't date me. Anytime someone said "woo," like cheers and applause.
Maury doesn't date you. Maury's still relevant.
And right, and I think everything Bernie said got booed, or no reaction whatsoever.
Really,
you could tell.
The fix is in, man.
The fix is in, but man, after watching all of them, Bernie clearly is the most seemingly educated, the one who can talk the most, like present himself well.
Here's what they got against him, and I'm sure they brought this up last night. He said like some good stuff about Fidel Castro.
Yeah, that was the big before that went into it.
Oh, like a long time ago. Like he praised his literacy program because Cubans, I guess, have a high literacy rate.
He stuck with it. He said the same thing last night. He's like, let me be clear. You know, he said something along the lines of something along the lines of when other countries who have a communist regime, they do something right, you congratulate them, but you don't write love letters to them. Something like that.
Okay.
Or you acknowledge it.
Okay.
Just a semi like.
So it wasn't like praising him like he's amazing.
Everything he said was. I mean, when I say decent, it seemed. It just compared to everybody else up there.
They're like asking him questions. I heard. I was streaming it on my phone as I was driving home last night, and I was Facebook live streaming it. And they're asking him a lot of questions about like what he do with Jerusalem. Do you think like they're kind of like questioning his Jewish heritage, kind of like what to do with them as an ally? And I mean, I don't think he like supports like I don't know if he's supportive of Israel. He didn't like he said bad things about the leader Netanyahu.
Right.
I'm sure probably not saying that right. I think that's his name.
I mean, as a whole, it just seemed like he still won the debate because the rest of them are just terrible.
So if he wins South Carolina and he won Nevada, and then he tied in Iowa or he scored high in Iowa, right? Or Iowa, yeah, I was thinking Ohio, Iowa, same thing. Not really. He's got to get it then. He's got to get it.
Unless someone takes the lead by a lot. Like he has to win unanimously
Did you see
or
Biden?
win a lot on Super Tuesday.
Do you see Biden said he's running for Senate when he came out?
Yeah,
Like, how do you make that mistake?
I don't know.
There's something wrong with him.
Yeah,
He may not have always been this stupid, but I think
he's clearly he's too. I don't know if it's senile or he's just. That's the thing. Like all of them, like they just can't. They can't even speak, or they're just so out of touch. That's what it is. Like they all seem out of touch, and I'm not for anybody. It just from what I saw last night, Bernie seemed the one who was the most competent, who like when he spoke, like you felt it, or it made sense. Everybody else you could tell was just like preconceived answers that were just like you're reading off a prompter,
like what like well rehearsed, like they're like pretending.
That's kind of how Bloomberg is, and I don't know, and I don't Buttigieg. Check.
I don't think they'll elect a short man for president. Not to be mean to short people.
Well, Trump will make fun of him.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, I mean,
he already has. He said they're gonna like put some step stool to the podium.
Here's the thing.
He's already started that shit.
I compare it to when I watch like an NFL playoff game or any playoff game where I don't have like a dog in the fight. Who do you want to win? Like, do you want the most favorable team or do you want the team that will beat the next team? That's how I see this. I don't see Bernie's the only one who I can see going up against Trump and having a chance to beat.
He's just the polar opposite. I mean, he's like, I don't think any of those other people are the opposite. I don't think Joe Biden's really the opposite, besides maybe like some sort of like beliefs and stuff. Same thing with Bloomberg.
Bloomberg's the opposite with money. Yeah. I think. I mean, well, in some ways you look at it, Bloomberg's the exact opposite.
How?
Because they're both billionaires, and I mean that's all that matters. Sometimes you got money, you're getting in.
That seems to be working against them, though. Nobody wants a billionaire,
right?
As a Democratic.
That's how we're going to see if the fix is in or not.
I know. I saw them talking about Russian tampering with the election. Have we got that figured out so that doesn't happen this time?
No one's got anything figured out.
I mean, has that we ever like said like we're not going to let this happen again, or can we stop it?
Who's we?
The United States
country? I don't think so. Because no one knows. Like no one knows.
I thought it's been proven there was some sort of Russian interference.
Yeah, now like years later.
Yeah,
or whatever, a couple years later.
Yeah.
I mean, no one's going to know because it's not. I mean, Facebook and Twitter say they're doing stuff to prevent it, but. All you gotta do is take money and shut your eyes. I mean, no one knows. Like we don't know. We don't know. No idea what's going on behind closed doors or who's allowing what to happen. Because you would think like some people want them to interfere if it's against Bernie.
Right. Well, they really condemning Russia really bad last night. I heard. So I was just thinking, yeah, what if they interfere with Super Tuesday and like that's Elizabeth Warren or some shit.
Well, if they want to interfere, okay. So the argument was in 2016 that they interfered to let Trump win. So what are they going to do to like if they still want Trump to win, or to not win, re-election? What are they going to do?
I guess they would only sabotage the presidential race. Not Super Tuesday,
right?
Unless they want,
because honestly, all of them are pretty terrible. All the candidates are pretty. I mean,
maybe they won't. If they want Trump to win, then they won't want Bernie going up against him. Then if they think he's a viable candidate, so they'll get Bloomberg or Warren.
He's a viable candidate for the Democratic nominee. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know toe to toe.
And the Socialist Party of America.
Yeah, I don't. I'm still on the fence, toe to toe, with Trump. Like I said, I'm not one way or another, but. It's almost like another Hillary Trump situation. It's like I don't know which is best for the next 4 years.
I don't think Bernie's the same as Hillary.
I mean, in terms of like not knowing what's best for this country for the next 4 years.
Yeah, what do you think of Trump pardoning Rod Blagojevich, our former governor?
I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to what he did.
He was going to, when President Barack Obama was a senator, and then he left, Blagojevich was going to sell his Senate, like sell it to somebody,
Okay.
and they got him on tape
Okay.
saying, "I'm not going to give this thing away for free." So he got 15 years, I believe, in a federal prison, and he did 7. And most people will get paroled anyway. I'm not in any way saying he's a good person, because everything I've read and seen about him, he seems like an awful sociopathic kind of guy, Blagojevich. Yeah, which one am I talking about, right?
Right.
And I mean, I don't know why anybody gives a shit like pardon him. Of all people to pardon, there could be like some righteous crime or something where somebody like defended a baby and had to kill somebody, and then you pardon them. But anyway, that's what people do. They pardon their famous friends, and he was on The Apprentice, and people are saying that's why. But at the same time, he's not like a serial killer. He's not like a rapist. He's not like a danger to society. He's going to be a loser probably for the rest of his life, you know?
Yeah. I
I thought it was kind of bullshit. It's basically like rich friends helping out rich friends. Basically,
that's politicians
like
do.
if that was me, like would he pardon me? No. I mean, I never would be in that situation. Obviously, I'd be the governor, but
Right.
he's not pardoning Joe Schmo. He's pardoning his rich ass friends. He's I scratch your back, you'll scratch mine.
It's politics. It's the name of the game.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I mean, 15 years is a long time. I mean, 1 year in prison is a long time, in my opinion. He did 7, so that's almost half of his
It's a long
sentence.
time for a politician. I mean, I'm sure he wasn't in a hardcore.
He was in a federal prison. I mean, that's like the worst of the worst. That's where like the mafia people go. That's where like the serial killers go. You cross state lines. Anything crossing state lines is federal. So, but I'm sure he was not like
So what's his plan now?
who Blagojevich.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably be on TV again.
Yeah.
Probably be some reality star. Probably be like the next OJ, like signing autographs at. I mean, people probably don't give a shit about him like they give a shit about OJ.
Yeah.
I mean, Sacha Baron Cohen will probably get him on some show.
Yeah, right. I don't know. It definitely makes me question just everything about.
Just like life's not fair is all I'm saying.
Well, not just back to the who do you want or what? It's not even who. It's the question of what party do you want running things?
Well, I think the Democratic Party right now has an identity crisis.
Yeah, they're completely lost.
They got, like I said, traditional Democrats, and then you have the socialists, progressives, and the Republicans. They seem to be sort of in conflicted as well, because you got the religious right to Christians, and then you got the traditional Republicans. But a lot of them, like as far as religious values, they don't like Trump for like the nasty sexual stuff he said and allegedly done. There's some confliction there, but they'd rather have him over probably fucking socialist Bernie Sanders.
And as a I am
degenerate.
Not an expert. We do not claim we're not political experts at all.
No, we're just two guys rapping. That's all.
The only thing that
Spitting bars.
scares me. So for the next 4 years,
If you want like experts, go watch Fox News.
yeah, don't listen to us.
Yeah, Hannity will tell you what to think. We won't. Or Don Lemon, depending on what you like to watch.
I feel like the economy does better whenever Republicans are in, because they're the same. Like the people who run the world, the Republicans are in bed with them. So I compare it to like, I don't know, a club or an organization or school or something where you have teachers or parents or older people who are just running the show, and you have kids, younger people. I'm not saying. Anyway, I'm trying not to lose my train of thought.
It's hard, isn't it?
So Bernie has like all these ideals that might be the best way to run this country, but you're going against the organization. You're going against what's already in charge and what's running the country and what
The corporation, like Vince McMahon.
Yeah, yeah, and what keeps everything afloat.
Well,
so if Bernie gets in and the Democrats, win the Senate, what's going to happen in the next 4 years with the economy?
Well, it'll probably be like Jimmy Carter, where there's like gas crisis.
Like
there's like recessions and possibly depressions. I mean, the conservative Republicans, the reason why you say the economy is better is they're less government, more business. So more businesses on their own, which, yes, some of them are unethical because they're not regulated. And anyway, more business, better economy, and then the Democrats' government like controls everything, runs everything, and everyone's kind of like dependent, more pro-dependent than conservatives, more make that money, even though it's not a level playing field. So that's probably what you noticed. Well, someone did tell me though that I don't know if this is a bias, and I'm just using this as an example. Say like George W. Bush's years were really good, the economy. It's because of what Clinton did.
Oh yeah,
Like Obama's were shitty, it's because of what Bush did. Trump's are good, it's because of what Obama did. And then whoever the fucking poor sap that's behind Trump is going to inherit whatever he did, because it says it takes like so many years for the damage or the success.
It doesn't just flip. And so you got to think, it's going to go down at some point. It's been going up. Everything's been going up. And it's even like going up longer than it's been predicted. So you got to think that fall. I'm not saying it's a crash by any means.
When was the prediction that it was going to fall?
A year or two after Trump was in office.
By who? Some fucking hipster douchebag in the street? It is legit? Because of him?
Well, no. I'm saying like the stigma going into Trump being elected or even just running was, once Trump gets in, shit's going to hit the fan. Because he's going to ruin everything. He's going to, he's going to mess up the economy because he's going to be such an idiot. And, the world leaders aren't going to, he's going to break all ties with the, I don't know. It's just like
it didn't happen, did it? I mean, he has been rude and had some contentious exchanges with some world leaders, but the stock market didn't crash. Did it?
No, the stock market's been going up and up and up and up. Everything's been going up.
So they were wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it's not gonna stay up forever, but you got to think in the next couple of years it's going to come down.
Oh, it's going to come down because of the fucking coronavirus. I know you didn't want to tie this into it, but he's upstairs right now. Trump's upstairs right now. I was watching it on Facebook Live that he's shutting down borders to China and everything, not letting people in. He's getting criticized for not acting fast enough. He seemed like he was really reedy too. Like he was not like into the speech. He was just like, yeah, it's really bad and it's so bad. And
I think this is an agenda.
He was downplaying it big time though, which may be dangerous, and he may be right.
That's the thing. No one knows.
Saying we had like thousands of deaths from the flu, and we've had so many of the coronavirus. But then, man, if he's wrong, they're going to roast his ass on it.
That's kind of what that's kind of my thing.
I knew you would be like that.
That's my kind of thing. No, and I'm a huge germaphobe. Trust me.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say this is made up, this coronavirus thing.
Oh, it's definitely not made up.
But the symptoms, no, not made up, but this is an agenda.
Well, the media is using it to get ratings, yes.
Well, not only that, but some sides are using it against each other for pushing their own agenda.
Every tragedy, they do that. There's a school shooting, they go, guns, anti-guns, guns, anti-guns.
So there's a new strain. I mean, it's pretty much a strain of a flu.
Yeah, it's a respiratory.
It's like pneumonia.
You get pneumonia and die. That's how you die. No. If you were to die, that's how you would die.
When you look into it, it's older people.
Yes.
Those are the most deaths. But at the same time, and it's true. I mean, how many thousands of cases of the regular flu are in this country right now? And the flu kills a lot of people too. Mm-hmm. I think the only thing is just the unknown, and there's no really cure. I mean, people are still getting better from it. And Trump said this, but I was reading into it this morning, not the CNN or the Fox, like actual what's going on with the coronavirus. COVID-19. Mm-hmm. Coronavirus is a general term for a virus. Anyway. But even in China now, like for the first time this week, there's more people are recovering from it than new cases are being reported.
That, my friend, is going to kill the economy because China shut down Disneyland. They're shut down all their businesses. South Korea is shut down all their stuff.
Right.
I mean, we live off Asia.
Right.
So that's going to cause the stock market to crash, especially if it gets over here. Did you see San Francisco declared an emergency? There's no reported cases of it. There's no documented cases of it. But they're going into emergency mode, and that's what I think Trump was shitting on them because
that's what I mean. Something's going on because
And he was saying they're asking for like 8 million, and he only wanted 2. It's like, I mean, he careful. What if it like is like the next Stand? Have you seen the Stand by Stephen King? Just like,
But it's not.
I know it's not. And
It's
people-
not.
I know.
Now, if it was like
It could
the
evolve,
mortality
though.
rate is like 50%, well, hell yeah. But if you see the people who are dying, it's 1 to 2% for
I know,
one.
I know.
And I'm not no disrespect to the people who are dying. I'm not.
But they're starting to treat
But
like
if you-
Asians like shit. I think. Like,
Yeah.
Like on Howard Stern.
Yeah,
that's-
Sal.
Sal.
I'm not laughing, but yeah.
What a fucking idiot. That sounds like Sal, doesn't it? Fucking idiot.
I've listened to Stern in years, but
He's always saying dumb shit and like getting in trouble for it. I almost wonder if it was like planned.
he is saying that what every single person is
That's
thinking.
what I mean. I almost think like let's have you say this, and then we're gonna have this exchange, and it's create a discussion without him looking like a bad guy. Because Howard's a huge germaphobe, man. Like he's a huge germaphobe. He even says that too. I'm a germaphobe, man.
When did SARS happen? When did the swine flu happen?
Swine flu was
Did
when
it
I was
happen?
in Iowa, so that was like 2010, 2009,
Was it
2010.
a re-election year?
No, it was right after Obama was 2008. So it was 2009, 2010, and that was the big deal there. Swine flu. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, someone fucking swine, man. Jesus, don't fuck pigs. Pig fucker.
I don't know, just the more I looked into it, and then the history of these type, because it's the same type. It's the same type of diseases that come from China. Because
Did you hear that? This may be Alex Jonesy that they made it in a lab and it got like broke out like the Stand.
no,
And then I heard they're eating bats.
it has something to do. Well, from what I saw, and it wasn't just the coronavirus. I think it was just a special I was watching on like this came out like a month before the coronavirus was even reported. That how these diseases start in China, because they have these, what's it called? Gosh darn it, something about open something markets where they just have just dead animals.
Oh yeah,
Ready to buy.
You ever been to like a Chinatown in a major city?
Yeah, that's,
Yeah, they got the city hanging upside down. Yeah, it's
but they
gross.
have that a lot over
It's
there.
gross. It's all
And it's the type of
They don't have a schnooks?
flus and stuff that are in the animals.
Ugh.
And when you have the dead, fresh animals that they sell, that comes to humans, and there's loads of different types of viruses that animals carry that humans haven't gotten yet. And then once it goes to a human, it's open game.
Is that what happened with the swine flu?
Yeah. So I don't know if that was ever pinpointed, because it's so hard to pinpoint where it actually started.
Yeah.
But I read it was similar to that.
I remember reading swine flu happened like in the old days too. You know, like killed so many people because no one knew how to like knew what to do.
Right.
They'd have like bodies stacked like by houses. This is the old days when people were less humane to each other.
Yeah. I mean, I am not a positive person.
No, you're
I'm not
not.
an optimistic person. I feel like this is, I guess it's just because of the symptoms. I guess it's just because it's pretty much the same thing as the flu we have here, except you can't treat it. And there's people already getting much better, and the mortality rate and the recovery rate, or the mortality rate is low and the recovery rate is high. If it was one thing, if like your organs melt or your skin melts,
You're like vomiting blood everywhere,
Yeah.
and you just can't stop
I
till
would
you
be
die.
I would be more like I'm
or
not
you
leaving the
defecate
house.
to death. Yeah.
And so this whole like CDC scaring everybody already.
In San Francisco, they're like making everyone wear masks. What I read.
I
Like,
mean,
I ain't wearing no mask.
it's like
I'm not
the
a mask
fear.
guy.
The fear is killing the markets, the economy.
That's going to cause a crash.
Yeah.
The
Or I don't know
masks-
about a crash, but it's going to cause a dip
Masks
for
will-
sure.
The stock in masks will rise.
Normally I wouldn't care, but I'm going to New York next week, and I'm kind of like,
oh,
yeah, I'm kind of like, where do I get my mask at?
yeah. That's
Of all
like-
places, I'm going to New York.
Why are
and
you going to New York?
It's just planned a
Like a
trip my friends planned like 2 months ago
like for like a
just to go.
as the Europeans would say, a holiday.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I mean,
I'm not trying to be like oh God, you're going to be in danger about that. There's going to be a lot of people.
yeah.
Yeah. Make sure you have a trendy mask. Don't have a knockoff mask.
But guess
Don't
what?
get your mask from a thrift shop.
But
Don't get
guess
a
what?
used
This
mask.
is, how long has this been around for? 2 months?
Yeah, it seems like about a month, 2 months, probably a little over a month.
I mean, it's
maybe.
spreading to Europe.
Yeah, it's hitting Italy. It's in Iran, I think. South Korea, China, and there's some cases over here. But it's pretty fucking shitty. Just what's shitty about it is the quarantine. Like, seems. I mean, like you got to quarantine someone who has it, but it seems like inhumane almost.
I think that's
Like
what's.
you got a disease, like isolate you.
I think that's what's scaring me the most.
the quarantine.
Just
These
like
people in hazmat suits.
well, here's
like,
the thing, because it doesn't matter what you have. If you have just sometimes I get fevers for like 5 hours and then I'm fine. So what happens if like I'm traveling, I just get a fever, just a regular, or just I'm feeling under the weather, and like they don't let me on my plane and they quarantine me. Like, hey, you can't go home for
oh, dude,
like that.
Good luck.
I'm trying to
man.
like not have that freak me out.
Oh, whew. I'm glad I don't have anywhere to go right now. Not to sound self-absorbed.
I'll say normally I wouldn't care, but it's because I don't really go anywhere. But
I sound self-absorbed saying that. Oh, at least I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
and I'm trying not. I mean,
You bringing the kids?
no.
Okay,
it's
that's
just-
good. Your kids will be okay because I think kids probably are susceptible to it, right? Just
Yeah,
like the
there's-
flu, young and old, right?
But that's the thing. Like, yeah, the flu season's super. It's super high right now. Like regular flu. I mean, people are talking about that, but like that's I'm more. Even though the argument is okay, but there's flu treatments and there's flu. I mean, my kid has a flu shot, so there's treatment for
right.
it.
But like, if you have the flu, like, what can you do? You basically let it run
Right.
its course.
Yeah,
You can't like just take a pill and make it go away either. You can make yourself feel better, like hydrate, take medicine, obviously, but you can't make it like go away. It runs its course.
yeah. A lot of times when our kids are sick, granted, that's another thing. I don't like talking about my kids getting sick because as soon as I start talking about it,
All right, let's change the subject.
no, I'm just
then.
saying. But yeah, you're right. Usually, just let it, unless you have like a 104 fever for 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
As long as because that's what you have a fever for, to fight whatever you
Right.
have going on.
Then hopefully that fever will break. Right? Then you sweat it out.
Yeah. I don't know, but back to the political aspect of it.
Well, I was gonna say
just-
like they're like taking basically he's fighting with the Democrats over this coronavirus. They're like fighting over. Like,
Well, it's a pretty big deal
But
because
they're-
it jumped into the politics with the economy.
well, like what you said though, like people are using something to like get their own agenda.
Right.
Like Chuck Schumer wants 8 million, Trump wants 2, and it's like, can you guys just like get along? It's a fucking coronavirus. I mean, Jesus Christ.
What are they spending money on?
I don't know. I guess like I don't know.
Well,
I don't
I mean,
know.
it's not an epidemic yet. I guess I mean the CDC. I don't know. I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
The CDC won't let me be.
Everything's controlled by capitalism, not conspiracy. So
Everything's controlled by money.
right.
Yeah.
So
So China
don't
goes
understand-
down.
I
We're
don't-
going to go down. Our economy's going to shit if China tanks. China's like,
if anything, China's going to be on the rebound
hopefully,
because this has been going on for a while.
but also know this is that China's communists. They don't have a free press, meaning that we don't really know what the fuck's going on there.
That is true.
They're only, and then like we know South Korea's got issues. What's going on in North Korea? They're not going to tell us.
Right.
It's probably a fucking nightmare there. I mean, I bet they're treating people like garbage in China that have it, quarantining them, treat them inhumane. Like we got it good here.
I guess
Maybe not.
It's a pretty big deal that it's in Europe. But from what I read,
Italy.
I mean,
I'm trying to remember where.
but if you read the cases, like yeah, it's in France, but like 10
it's in
people,
France too.
like 10 people have it.
Yeah, I know.
There's a lot of people in France.
I know.
I mean, it's there. Yes, I'm not saying it's nothing, but
I was just reading flu statistics like earlier before you showed up, and it's like thousands and thousands, and then this is like I don't know, not even close.
yeah,
But
I guess
Yeah.
it's just fear of the unknown.
I fear the unknown too. I fear. What I fear is society shutting down, and people panicking, and it being like some stockpile shit. And then like hazmat suits are like everywhere coming down your neighborhood. Like, do you have it? Locking people up. It's just that's what scares me.
Yeah, that's
And I don't think that's necessary. I don't. It's the fucking flu.
I mean, unless it can, I guess it can mutate. I haven't heard that
That
reported.
would be where it mutates. That's where it'd be scary.
I have said, I don't know if I said on the podcast, and this is before the coronavirus, if there was something like another plague, which I don't think it's that bad yet,
Not this, at least. It'd be something.
We're
but-
fucked
yeah,
because
totally.
this shit just spreads.
Totally.
And
Especially
the flu is growing. Like,
Yeah.
I know there's flu shots that help, but the number of cases reported,
Are you an anti-vaxxer?
no.
No, neither am I. I haven't gotten one this
I haven't
year.
gotten a flu shot, but I'm not against it.
Because I'm lazy, though. And I've noticed, and I think I've said this in other podcasts, I've gotten sicker a lot more. Like the cold. I used to never get the cold. I don't know.
Like more respiratory.
Yeah.
Well, there's two different types of flu. Well,
I don't think it's the flu. Well,
that's not the flu.
There's a
no.
flu where you like throw up every hour and like shit your guts
That's
out.
A and B. I think
Yeah.
A is that, and B is just.
I got an A.
Yeah. I think it's you get the flu and just you can't get out, you can't move.
So, climate change, going back to the debates, and I'm tying it together. Don't worry. I know what you're thinking. What the fuck? Climate change wasn't brought up at the debates last night because I don't know why, but CBS got shitted on for not moderating it very well, not asking the right questions. Was the coronavirus brought up?
Yeah.
What did they say? Anything? You have to remember anything that goes.
Yeah,
Wow,
I think
that was smart.
I think they were arguing about how much money and
like, yeah, exactly.
And
arguing.
Someone did make a good point though about the coronavirus is not an American problem. So everything was either shit on Trump, obviously. So I think when that got brought up, the only thing I remember was it's not and climate change did get brought up. So I remember them talking about it.
Really, someone. I mean, it was like people were like tweeting all over Twitter.
I mean, it got brought up. I don't think it was like an official question. I just remember them saying it's not just an America problem. So Trump's America First agenda won't work for stuff like this.
Huh? Who said that? Do you know?
I don't. It might have been Bernie, or it might have been.
He has.
Bloomberg.
They have labeled him a nationalist. Means you country before the world.
Yeah, right.
So,
which helps for some things. Who? Bernie?
No, Trump.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Bernie's probably a globalist.
Yeah,
he views the world as a collective.
That was the point they were trying to make. That we're going to need help.
Yeah.
To fight stuff like the coronavirus and climate change. You're not just going to.
Well, what are they going to do though?
I don't know.
Like, what are they specifically going to do if they're in office?
Well, they were just there to shit on Trump.
Yeah.
Shit on Bernie and shit on Trump.
So they basically had like Trump and Bernie's face on dartboards in the dressing rooms.
Right.
Biden's like, "You dog-faced pony soldier!" Like throw. You heard he said that to somebody, right?
Yeah.
I know. I can't let it go. It's a great insult.
It is.
Some guy flipped me off the other day, and I was like, "You motherfucking dog-faced pony soldier!" It was below the belt. He was offended.
So I don't know. We'll see if.
I say it's going to be Bernie unless Dirty Pool.
Well, if Biden
dirty politics.
If Biden doesn't win this next,
Biden's done.
I mean,
he's gonna be watching that movie, whatever that's from, all alone.
Yeah. It'll probably be Bernie against Bloomberg, just because Bloomberg has money.
And
he
I
has no right
think
being
the
up
machine, the Democratic machine, wants Bloomberg.
Oh, of course.
They want him bad.
He's got money. Oh, someone who has money.
Have you been on YouTube lately?
Yeah.
Every YouTube video has a flipping Bloomberg ad.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, I'm Mike Bloomberg. I did stop and frisk. I'm not a bad guy. I think farmers are great. Mike Bloomberg.
He did stop and frisk? That's bad.
No, I'm being sarcastic. Okay. All those are like horrible things he's accused of.
I mean, he's trying. He's
off-putting, man. He's not like
he's trying to be relatable. He's trying to start like this grassroots thing that Bernie has been doing for years, and it's just. I mean, I don't think it's
There was some video that was like on Facebook, or I don't know, Facebook. I saw it on Facebook, but it was like a Mike Bloomberg parody ad. They basically put his head on like whatever child was in like the video. So there's like some little kid jumping up and down. It's like New York or downtown. It's like his head. It was brutal, but it was like I was like crying just because it was fucking funny.
Huh.
Just making fun of being short, essentially.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
So like, there's some sort of event that he was a part of. They just put his head on top of some kid that was there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was funny. It was a waste of my life away.
I think
it's gonna be Bernie unless he gets fucked over.
I think just to wrap it up,
and we're gonna have maple syrup. It's gonna be free because Vermont syrup on pancakes.
It's gonna be some bad times the next 4 years.
Either way, it will be bad.
Either way, Trump will.
Good thing there's no kind of like online thing where people can go and like vent and argue and make it worse, right? I mean, that'd be terrible. It's a good thing that nobody knows what anyone's thinking.
Yeah. So Trump 2.0 will just be.
You think it's gonna be Trump again?
I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just looking at all.
You heard it right
options.
here. Jerry McFarlane has endorsed Donald Trump.
As of now, yes.
You've endorsed him?
No, as of now, I think he's going to win.
That's right, musician. You better watch saying you endorse Trump. I thought you liked Elizabeth Warren.
She's not bad.
Apparently, she lied last night again.
Oh,
Like blatant
she seems
lie.
out of touch, but
Seems like a soccer mom.
she does seem like a soccer mom.
Like she's hauling her boys around in like a van. Like, let's go.
But I could see her running the country for some reason.
I like her pantsuits. They're pretty cool.
But the only thing I can think about is just how much I'm gonna have to listen to the hatred for her, just from people.
You'll listen to the hatred for Bernie too.
Yeah,
You listen to the hatred for
not as
Biden.
much as Warren though.
She's a woman.
Woman, almost like the same thing with Hillary.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of hatred for Trump as well.
Yeah,
He's a man, Mr. Man.
yeah. I don't know.
I think it's going to be Bernie, and then Bernie or Bloomy.
So I'm saying, next 4 years, it might not be a bad idea just to cancel all real activity and just stay in your house.
Yeah, they say antisocial is coming back in style.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, so I guess what Super Tuesday is on its way, and then we'll actually have an answer, and then there'll be the Democratic convention.
I mean, if someone else doesn't start winning besides Bernie, it's going to be over pretty quick.
Yeah, we're gonna feel the burn, and it's gonna be a different burn than after a weekend in Sauget.
I don't know if that'll upset me as much as Bloomberg. I don't know.
Oh, Bernie wouldn't upset me at all. I'd actually be
Yeah.
happy because he deserves to win. He's the guy that should win.
He scares me though.
Then don't vote for him then. But he
I
deserves.
know.
He deserves to win.
It doesn't matter if I vote though. It's just
Bloomberg, if Bloomberg wins, it's bullshit. It's
Yeah,
completely,
right.
completely backroom deals. It should be Bernie. He is the people's champion. If you smell what he's cooking, which is probably something with maple syrup because he's from Vermont. But we'll find out.